for our third meal this week, what we're going to do is use leftovers. We're going to use leftovers. I'm going to show you 3 different ways. We're going to start with making a salad. So the basic ingredients would be some greens. We're going to use our green beans. We're going to cut up some fresh bell pepper. We have the quinoa, which will be our starch, some roasted potatoes. We can have some fresh cilantro, some tomatoes, and different types of lettuce. And then we can choose. Do we want salmon salad or do we want chicken salad? So we're going to use some of the proteins we've already cooked this week to add to the salad. And then it's simple as we need an acid. Lemon, we can use vinegar, but lemon makes a beautiful salad as well. So let's get started with the basics, the greens. So we're going to start with a little bit of romaine. See, there's some brown stuff on here. I don't like that. I'm going to pull off these leaves on the outer. Cut that off. Just get down to the nice green part. That actually kind of on romaine, you want more of the white part than the green part. If it's a lot of green, you just pull it down. So we're going to chop up a little of that. Just to keep it interesting, I have these. We can also use these to saute, but let's use like a little bit of this to keep it interesting. We have our potatoes, which we're just going to chop up a little bit. We have a tomato. I'm just going to slice up a tomato. You don't have to be fancy with this. Just chop, chop. We're going to throw those in. Some fresh cilantro. I'm going to just put half a pepper in. We can save the other half for later in the week. We're just going to make it quick and simple. But I'm just going to take a little bit. Put that in. And the rest of this we'll just chop up, put in a container, and use later in the week. Don't have to be perfect, guys. Just chop it. These beautiful green beans we have. Again, we're going to cook and use these in different ways throughout the week. And I love cheese, a little bit of cheese in the salad. Just take a nice little chunk of that. This is pecorino, my personal favorite, but you can use any kind. Use your favorite. I would not use a brie or a soft, but a hard or medium hard cheese. Just going to chop that up, put that in there. We could also put, a touch of quinoa in there as well if you like. I am going to simple salad dressing. You use 1/3 acid, 2/3 oil. Olive oil is probably your very best. You could use walnut. You could use a lot of different flavors. How much? How much? You decide what's right for you. But you want that flavor of oil on everything. Little fresh pepper. Little bit of flake salt. And then I'm just going to take this lemon. Now you can get fancy and get a strainer. But your hands also work as a strainer. Just try to keep the seeds out. I'm just going to put it feels like about a half a lemon on there. Feels right to me. You can use tongs. If you have clean hands, we can just get in there with our hands and kind of toss it. Feels like to me, this has a lot more lettuce than I like. I actually sometimes will make this with no lettuce. Just cut vegetables, cooked vegetables. All right. So take a little taste. You're going to eat it. If you're serving other people, okay, don't use your fingers. Needs a touch more salt, touch more oil, and a touch more acid. All right, you're the chef. You decide what you like, and you're going to enjoy it. All right, so we have our beautiful salad ready to go. It has some starches in there. It has the vegetables in there from earlier in the week, basically our leftovers, whatever leftovers you have. And then separately, I microwave this just a little bit to heat it up. And then we're just going to put that on top. And now you have a beautiful salmon salad. I'm going to spice it up a little bit. Look, guys, little corn chips on top. Just crumble them. You could use croutons, but chips make great croutons. It'll add a little crunch to it, a little fresh pepper on top. And there you go. You have leftovers that now is your beautiful salmon salad. Enjoy.